Okay, so I'm just going to first ask you a couple general questions about wrapping before I take a video of you wrapping this book. How often do you wrap gifts?
Once a year.
For what occasions?
Christmas.
Okay, and who do you wrap for?
Children. Or my mother.
Okay. All right, so I just want to watch you go ahead and wrap this book. Just kind of talk me through as you're wrapping it what you're doing, and I might ask why you're doing certain things too. So just first starting with what do you have on the table here? Like what did you need to gather to get ready?
Okay, I had to gather what I'm going to wrap. Tape, scissors, and some wrapping paper.
Right, and where did you get the wrapping paper?
From the back of the closet.
And what type of paper is it?
It's Christmas paper.
Okay.
Have a fun Christmas.
And is that something that do you have a specific place in the closet to store it, or?
Well, it gets moved around a lot because it doesn't really have a good home.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and get started and just do what you normally do.
All right. Well, so depending on who this is for, I would cut the paper this way to save paper. If I want it to look really pretty, I would go ahead and cut it this way. But to save paper, I would generally do it.
And can you explain why does that save paper?
Well, because if I cut it this way and I'm wrapping the paper this way, then I'm going to have to cut off all this excess paper on the sides. But if I wrap it end to end, then it looks a little funny because the two sides you fold down are now going to be on the long ends, but it saves paper.
Okay. So is cutting, I'm just going to notice that that's not exactly a straight line. Is that something that's a problem when you're wrapping a gift? Source of?
Not for me.
Okay.
Paper's a little banged up already anyway.
And why are you folding those sides in as opposed to maybe cutting them off?
I don't know, I guess it makes the paper seem a little thicker.
And why would you want thick paper?
Because it's nicer.
Okay.
Alright. I don't really mind if it doesn't quite match up either, the paper.
What do you mean match up? Oh, I see the
lines.
Okay. And I saw you use just one piece of tape there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever use double-sided tape, or do you care that the tape is visible?
No. So normally I would want these ends that you fold up to be on these sides.
Okay.
But since I cut the paper a long way to save paper, this is how it ends up.
Okay.
But I think it's okay.
And you mentioned thicker paper is better.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that way?
Oh, it just feels nicer. It feels more expensive.
Okay. So the perception is that you might have paid more for the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're wrapping this gift, do you think about the perception of the recipient and how it's perceived, that how much time you spent wrapping it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't want it to look bad. I want it to look nice. It's a gift.
Would you then be willing to have a professional gift wrapper do it, like at the store, or sometimes those look extremely nice? Is that?
I think I would only do that if I were really crunched for time, not necessarily because of the way it looks.
I guess what I'm getting at is would there ever be some sort of threshold for which you feel this looks like a professional wrapper did it, and therefore, yes, it looks nice, but the recipient feels like maybe I didn't spend time doing it.
Oh, so you're saying, yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's nice. It's nicer if you do it yourself.
Okay, so you would like you want the recipient to know that you personally wrapped it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any, just when you went through this process, were there any parts of what you did that you feel like are needs that you must have when you wrap a gift? Not just the physical needs, but like, does the wrapping paper need to be a certain size or a certain thickness or, you know?
Well, I think it should be appropriate. I mean, I wouldn't normally give someone a gift in Christmas wrapping paper if it were their birthday or some other holiday. So, I think you need to have the right paper. And I would also like to put a bow or a ribbon.
A bow or a ribbon would
on it.
be your final touches for this gift. Great. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.